is so hot outside, sitting in front of the window. So on my channel I talk a lot about minimalism and the things that I don't have for me, for my kids, all that. I talk a lot about the things that are not in my home, but I don't talk a lot about the things that I do have. A lot of the things on the market that are targeted for babies and toddlers and all that, a lot of them I find to be very impractical and a complete waste of money. And so I don't have a lot of that stuff. That's what this video today is going to be, the things that I do own as a minimalist mama. So the first thing that they have is clothes. And the reason why I'm mentioning clothes, I know you're probably like, well, okay, everyone has clothes and we're not running around like cavemen, all right? Like, I know that, but the thing about our clothes that we have for our kids is literally all of them have been either gifted to us or they're hand-me-downs. So they've been given to us in some way. Maybe one or two pieces for each kid that have been purchased from us. We did buy a few things that are like, oh, we want them, this is what we want them to wear. We want to buy like those special pieces for them. Everything else literally hand-me-downs. And I find that to be the most practical way to go about it because kids' clothes are really expensive. When we were kind of like, you know, browsing like Babies R Us, Target, like kid stores, things online, it's just, they're really pricey. I don't see the point in investing in clothes that they're gonna wear only just a few amount of times. And so that's why I think hand-me-downs and thrifted pieces, things that either costed nothing or hardly anything at all, I think that's the way to go. They have a toy box with a few toys in there. There's like a ping pong sort of racket thing. There's sea creatures, a dinosaur set. They have some toys in their toy box and they have stuffed animals. And then they have a reading nook with cubbies and cubes outlining the underneath it where you could put books in. And then the middle section is like a little lounge area where they can sit up there and read their books. And my kids really love books. They'll have me or their father read to them. They read to each other. They flip through books beside each other silently. They love to read. I don't like to have a lot of things in the house because I like my kids to spend most of their time outdoors. That's pretty much it for like material things. A practical baby item that I have found to just be so helpful is a waterproof mattress cover to keep the mattress nice, and then we can pass it down to someone else later and the mattress just isn't so icky. Their beds are never without a waterproof mattress cover. It's especially nice for the baby and toddler stage because when they're babies, you never know if they're gonna have an explosion at night. And then especially toddlerhood, when they're you know, starting to learn to use the potty, they can have accidents at night. And with the mattress cover, we can wash the cover. I just don't want smells and odors just lingering in the mattress, and I just want to keep the mattresses nice. They have blankets and fitted crib sheets, and they don't have a lot of either. They just have like a few blankets each, I think we only have maybe like 4 blankets and maybe 5 fitted crib sheets. For our son Lucius, he is still in diapers. I really wanted to go the cloth diapering route, especially because if you think about, don't get me started. You think about how much diapers a baby goes through a day, weeks, months, going on years. You think about how much diapers your baby is using their first 2 years of life, and you times that by how many babies and toddlers there are in the world, and that is just an astronomical amount of diapers going into landfill, and it is not okay. And the reason why we didn't is because I want to cloth diaper, my boyfriend did not, and considering that at that time I only just now recently started being kind of like a stay-at-home mom, and so, but before that I was working outside the home, and I was gone pretty much all day. So my boyfriend was the one who was with them all day. So he was the one doing the majority of the diapers. And so if he wasn't down for cloth diapering, it just didn't make sense for him to do diapers and then me doing cloth diapering the few times that I was changing their diapers, you know what I mean? It's kind of like both parents need to be on the same page about it. At this point in my life now, if I had been a stay-at-home mom the whole time, I would have done cloth diapers and I would have been like, look, I'll take this on. You don't have to worry about diapers. I'll do this. But that's just not how it worked out. What I do with diapers is I don't change them at the slightest bit of pee in there. I will probably if it's poop, just because that's more likely for them to get diaper rash. But yeah, if it's pee, I wait until their diaper is full. I'm not going to just keep going through diapers like there's no tomorrow. And then also with wipes, I will rip the sheets in half, so that way my wipes are lasting twice as long. Those sheets can kind of be big and you don't really need the whole sheet, so I literally just tear a wipe in half and use that. We use the Target brand for both diapers and wipes, and it's just the cheapest. And also with the Target's Up and Up brand, they're just the best diapers we've used. Next one is baby carrier. I love baby wearing. It is so convenient. Newborn stage, I have a baby wrap from Solly Baby. And then as I start getting a little bit older, it's just a little bit more convenient to have a buckle carrier. My baby is now, he's 2 years old, and he's just too heavy for the wrap. Of course, it's gonna keep getting less and less as he gets older, but I definitely don't baby wear as much as I did the first year. I babysit on occasion, so it's just nice to baby wear then as well, so I can hold the baby while I'm also doing chores in their house. You have your hands free to do everything else you need to do, and your baby gets held, gets that close contact, that comfort, especially when they're not walking yet. It's just gold. I love baby wearing. Their stroller is not something we use that much, but we do have one. Like I said, with baby wearing, that's just kind of the way our kids are being held. We used it more with Amelia than we did with Lucius. We've hardly ever put Lucius in a stroller at all in his life. I don't know why we keep it. It's just kind of like those just in case things, but I'm pretty sure we're about to get to the point where we're gonna need to let go of it because it's just taking up space in my car. For some reason, I just feel like I just want to hang on to it a little bit longer. But yeah, we hardly use it, and I can't remember the last time we used it, but we still do own one. Our kids have car seats, obviously, and they have convertible car seats, so the ones that they use from like newborn all the way until toddlerhood, pretty much all the way up until however long they need to be in a car seat. It's just so convenient to have a car seat that grows and changes as your baby does. All you have to do is just buy the one car seat instead of buying a car seat and then another car seat and then like this booster seat thing. It's just have the one car seat and use that one car seat their whole life, and you just save so much money. Our kids use dishes, obviously, again, but they pretty much use the same dishes that we do. The only thing that they do have that's different is they have cups with the straw. They have like smaller spoons and smaller forks, and then we have a wooden bear plate that we've had for them ever since they were like babies. We have baby-proof items to baby-proof the house. We don't actually, doesn't know. We just recently moved, so I think we've gotten rid of all of them, but we used to have those like clear things that you put in the socket, so it's like socket outlet covers. Doesn't look like we have them anymore, but we do still have the latches, like the drawer latches, so that way your kids can't get into the cabinets. In the bathroom, we have baby nail clippers. I don't like to use the nail clippers when they're babies, when they're really little, because it's just really hard to get in there and clip them. You'll probably end up clipping some of their skin. So when they're like babies, like newborn, maybe like 0 to 6 months, I like to use a baby nail file. And then when they start getting a little bit older, I like to use the baby nail clippers. So that's what we currently have. Toothbrush and toothpaste. We have wooden toothbrushes for them with the soft bristle. They have a nasal aspirator that we don't usually use for the baby stage. We use the flexible tip thermometer, so that way we can check their temperature rectally. I find rectal temperatures in the baby stage are a lot more accurate, and then as they get older we use one that is just a standard thermometer that you put in their mouth. We were gifted a thermometer. It's one of those ones, like a point and shoot one, you put it on your forehead and it reads your temperature. I don't like those because you take your temperature, you get something different every time. So I really don't like it, but my boyfriend likes it. So we have one of those. So we have 3 different types of thermometers, which I think is kind of silly. Nasal aspirator, thermometer, stuff like that, those are more like emergency things, but they're just kind of like nice to have. But yeah, these are the only things I can think of that we have for our kids. The only thing I didn't mention is their cribs. They have convertible cribs. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty basic, pretty standard. Yeah, I don't feel like a bad mom for being a minimalist mom. I've had a lot of people say the opposite. A lot of people like, oh, your kids don't have enough and, you know, blah, blah, blah. They're living boring lives, but I don't think so. And I don't think my kids think so. And most of what kids need to be happy and thriving can't be purchased anyway. And then other things that we have that I didn't mention is just kind of like homeschooling stuff for Amelia. We have a few arts and crafts things and like workbooks and like flashcards. We have like learning material, learning and art material. But yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna go now. Sounds like my son is getting into the dishes. I hope you have a good day. Bye.